Hi, I'm Weston. I love talking about the Rangers, and I'm here to talk about Game 73 of the regular season, where the Rangers win 4-3. Lord have mercy, over the Florida Panthers in a game. This game started almost identical to the way the game on Thursday started against the Carolina Panthers. It was eerily similar. Shots were eerily similar. The entire vibe was eerily similar. On Thursday night, they started slow, couldn't get anything on net, had to battle back in the second period. Tonight, it was sluggish start, couldn't get anything on net, had to battle back in the second period. Eerily similar. In the previous two games, the Rangers have 6 total shots on net in the first period. 3 against the Hurricane, 3 against the Panthers today in the first period. It's, they're starting an hour later than the actual game. First goal was just not on NYR4-FLA3. Makes the initial save, it's a rebound. He doesn't know where it is, and so he does what goaltenders are always told to do when you don't know where the puck is and you think you might be on top of it, which is just freeze and hope you're actually covering it. He wasn't. It was just a little bit out from behind his butt, and it felt like it sat there begging to be cleared for an eternity, and then eventually Alexander Barkov just taps it on in, and it's 1-0 Panthers. The second goal is, if I've said this once, I have said it 1,000 times, I should just have it on a t-shirt for myself, which is multiple things can be true at the same time. Ryan Lundberg, beautiful shot. Beautiful, beautiful shot. Might have banked it off the post and in. It was perfect. That being said, Yaroslav was out of position. He gave up way too much on the left side, way over pursued towards the right, and Ryan Lundberg, with a very nice shot, is able to put it in and make it a 2-0 Panthers lead. So the first period mercifully comes to an end. Panthers lead 2-0. You've been outshot 13-3, and you have 7 total shot attempts. There was no sign of life from the New York Rangers. And as it often does, in the second period they respond, and it was the kids line that just shot them out of a rocket. Last season against the Penguins, it was the kids line that kept you afloat in that series. Today, it was them that woke you up in the second period. The first goal for the Rangers, just a beautiful job from Filipino to keep it in the offensive zone, then starts to head up towards the net, tries to get it over to Alexis Lafreniere. The passes broke up a little bit. Lafreniere, again, a little bit older, a little more confident this year, growing, feeling himself, doesn't panic, calmly collects the puck a little bit further than he might like, gets it back over, Hedl gets a shot on net, rebound, and Kaapo Kakko, who was just flooring it towards the net, gets the rebound, fires, scores, Rangers make it a 1-goal game. The Kakko goal came about 9 minutes into the second period. For the rest of the second period, really for the rest of the game, the only line that consistently was putting pressure on the Panthers was the kids line. First line had its moment, second line had its moments. It was the kids line through and through that battled the Rangers back into this and drug them to the 2 points. This was Jacob Trouba, who gets it from a little dump pass from Mott, trying to get him into the offensive zone so he can go for a change. Jacob Trouba sees a hit coming for him, and granted, he actually was able to kind of turn on the hit and reversed it, but regardless, sees the hit coming, waits for Alexis Lafreniere to get a little bit more open, passes cross ice over to him, and then Alexis Lafreniere proceeds to eat Ryan Lundberg alive on this play. 5-hole on Bobrovsky, scores and ties it. So then you have the third goal for the New York Rangers, the Patrick Kane goal, unassisted. Your heart goes out to the Florida Panthers on this one. Everyone involved with this play, it was a nightmare for them. Patrick Kane carries into the offensive zone and gets it knocked away by Brandon Montour. He tries to clear it, and Patrick Kane denies him from clearing it. Sees Artemi Panarin breaking towards the net and thinks, a wide open Artemi Panarin. Surely that's how this goal is scored. Tries to pass it over to him. Carter Verhaeghe, trying to make a nice play to deflect it away, and gets a stick on it. Doing the right thing. Bobrovsky not committing to the shooter or the passer. Doing the right thing, and it just bounces off of Carter Verhaeghe's stick and right past Bobrovsky, and that's just a nightmare for the Florida Panthers. Patrick Kane gets a goal because someone has to have it awarded to them, and the Rangers take a 3-2 lead. And then you have the fourth goal of the night for the New York Rangers. Kaapo Kakko just trying to get the puck up ice. I don't think he was going for a pass or anything. It genuinely looked like he was just trying to put it in the offensive zone for a forecheck, and Aaron Ekblad goes to collect it, completely misses the puck, and panics. Filipino sees that, turns on his Bullet Bill power-up, charges the puck, goes on net, beautiful goal, scores. It's 4-2 Rangers. Every single player on the kids line got a goal tonight. It was a thing of beauty. And then Alexander Barkov would score another goal because the Rangers just don't believe in defense in front of their own net. Regardless, that made it 4-3, which would be the final score of the game. Oh, man. Obviously, the third Panthers goal was bad, but that aside, the Rangers turned this game around. After getting just ran off the ice in the first period, getting outshot 12-3, shots were 22-9 in favor of the Rangers in the second period and 17-13 in the third. They turned the game around. They played, honestly, I don't even think that's indicative of how the Rangers played, because 22 shots in the second and third, it didn't even feel like the Panthers had that many. I thought the Rangers played significantly better defensively in the second and third period. The offense, specifically the kids line, was just out of this world for the remainder of this game. And Halak, I thought, made some nice saves. The second goal was rough, but the first third were not really his fault. I thought he had a fine afternoon. I briefly mentioned it, I'll say it again, and really hammer it home. Alexis Lafreniere, Capo Caco, and Filipino looked marvelous. They drug the New York Rangers to 2 points this afternoon. And if that's the way they play for the remainder of the regular season, even though there's not too much left, and into the playoffs, you can go out there with any team in the National Hockey League, even the big bad Bruins, and play a competitive 60 minutes and have a chance and even win against any team in this sport. I realize the way I said that makes it seem like I'm saying if the kids line plays well, you'll beat any team. That's not what I mean. I mean, if the first line and second line play to what they should, and the kids line plays like this, you will beat any team. That's what I mean. I'll say something positive before I kind of get negative, which is, hey, you've seen the last two games, the Rangers, whether it's a goal or multi-goals, they can come out for a second period, completely turn their headspace around, even on the road. Even though it's kind of a home game because there were like 2 Panthers fans in the entire stadium, but that's beside the point. They can turn it around, right? No lead is too big. They don't get down on themselves, they keep their heads up, and they battle and fight back into it and grind their way into wins. Downside, they have not played a competitive first period in a while. Past 2 first periods have been horrendous. Now, I see the irony in that because on Sunday you scored 6 goals in the first period. I see the irony in that, but I still gotta say it. They looked awful against the Carolina Hurricane on Thursday in the first period, getting outshot 13-3. Today it was the same thing. They have not come out in a first period and been competitive. Now, the Rangers in both of those games have battled back and fought their way and grinded to 2 wins, and that's all well and good, and I'm happy about it. However, the regular season is nearly done, and you cannot go out and get outplayed like this in the first period of a playoff game and expect to come back in that one. You just can't. So the Rangers are off tomorrow and Monday. They are back Tuesday in Madison Square Garden, taking on the Columbus Blue Jackets, who are quite literally trying to lose games to get back to be favorites for Connor Bedard. You are playing a team who is actively trying to be terrible while you are in the waning bit of what could be taking home ice in the first round. And I swear to God, if you somehow lose that game, I'm gonna lose my mind. Once again, that's 7 o'clock on Tuesday, and I'll be here afterwards to talk about it, but as for right now, that is all I have to say. So, if you enjoyed the video, please consider to like and subscribe. Thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you all have an absolutely fantastic day, and as always, go Rangers.